Hello everybody. Now we're going to have a very hot discuss with Mr. Thomas Bogaty right now. Mr. Thomas, you have the different opinions about Donald Trump
Yes.
because he's recently elected as the president
Yes.
of America.
Yes.
So his policies is different than Democrats. So what are the distinct different that you found?
One of the things that I'm really excited about Donald Trump is that he's from a Republican Party. You know, Abraham Lincoln was in that party, and then you have John F. Kennedy in that party, and then you have the first president, George Washington, in that party. And this party has been making a lot of changes in America. You know, there was strong foundation on it. And then we have Africans, Americans, you know, in the beginning they were supporting this Republican Party. And later on, between, we do not know what happened, they suddenly shifted towards Democratic Party, the Congress Party, which actually is called leftist party in America. So what I think about right now in the present scenario is, in between, Democratic Party was bit good because they always advocated for freedom of the people, and then they were for other people, immigrants, and they were providing some kind of jobs, you know. And there were a lot of movement going on in America, especially the feminine movement, gender movement. And you know, there was some sort of movement regarding the culture and tradition, and also for immigrants over there in America. But somehow, what do we find there is, as you said, what is the difference right now at the present condition? Slowly we find that the Democrats, they have been misusing the policy of capitalism, right? They have not been following in a good way to, you know, come into the power, because if you see, they have been trying to distort the identity, and you find out that America is facing identity crisis right now in terms of gender, in terms of culture, and there are a lot of confusion. Even the Hollywood, one of the most, you know, money-making business of America, that made America so rich, that brought a lot of budget in America from all over the world because of its technology, creativity, and entertainment. Even that was in the verge of being corrupt. And right now, there is a lot of things going on in Hollywood. There's a lot of things going on in, you know, between the celebrities and the musicians and the rappers and this entertainment sectors. And we see that it's not only facing some sort of legal issues, but it's also facing some sort of natural issues. And many people, especially the Christians, they claim that the Hollywood and America is gradually being punished by God. So you see Democrats, they want to be atheist. They want to be secular. They want to be more worldly. They do not want to care about something called spirituality. They want to become more scientific, or they want to be more positive. When I'm saying positive and empirical, I'm talking about, you know, the life based on the scientific research. That is called positivism. So they are trying to focus more on positivism rather than spiritualism, and that is impacting America a lot. You know, the science versus religion. And all of these things is getting misused by the Democratic Party. And they are trying to misuse, you know, industrialism, they're trying to misuse capitalism, and they're not trying to practice it in a more healthy and in a more, you know, a better way.
Mr. Thomas, do you believe that some of the diplomats telling that the policies, you know, Donald Trump is going to execute in America is impossible? Do you believe that?
Democracy?
No, some policies, very tough policies he is going to apply, he is going to execute in America.
Yeah, like
Some diplomats,
for example, some sort of, you know, movement against abortion, the pro-life movement. It may be really difficult, you know, in America, because the women, they want such a freedom that they think that the baby belongs to their body, and the baby is the part of their body, and they want to abort at any time they want. But the pro-life, the Republican parties, and the people who are into more conservative area, and the people who think they are Christians, they are always against this sort of abortion because they are carrying out the movement of pro-life. The other thing that you need to focus on is the gender issues, like LGBTQ plus, LGBTQIA plus, because it has increased, and something called woke and queer, and these things are creating a lot of confusion in America because of secularism. Because one of the proposition, one of the protocol of democratic nation is also to promote secularism instead of religion. And America has declared itself a secular country, and it wants other European countries, other Asian countries, other African countries to become a secular country. And they can change their gender, they can abort the children at any time they want. And Trump is against this kind of protocols.
Yeah.
Trump is against this sort of norms, rules and values that has been introduced just recently by the modern world. So the whole world, as you see, might be against the Trump. Especially the ones who want to be atheist, who wants to be more scientific, want to be more positivist, want to be more psychologistic, wants to be more sociological. They want to be against this kind of conservative kind of thing, because the world right now has been divided into at least into many sections, like conservatives and the ones who want to progress, the one who doesn't want to enter into a urban life, and those who want to just maintain the old style of lifestyle. This kind of things are happening right now. And also in the political system, we find the world has been divided into many systems, like communism, and then again democratic, and then we have right now conservative parties like Bharatiya Janata Party in India, and then Republic Party in America, and then Rashtra Prajatantra Party here in Nepal. So there are a lot of distinction right now, and there are a lot of problems. Trump is really going to face a lot of obstacles in obtaining his protocols.
Is it possible that to deport all the illegal people from America? For example, on Mexico border, he is, sending the troops, and now all the troops have been working in the hard way. Is it possible that?
It has been, assumed that even before one of the presidents, that he tried to, deport all the immigrants, but he was highly unsuccessful. And the experts, they have actually assumed that it's going to take at least more than 4 to 8 years to completely eradicate illegal immigrants from America. So it's going to take a lot of time. And if Donald Trump wants to eradicate all the immigrants, if he wants to deport all the immigrants, even 4 years of his term is not enough. It's going to take a lot of time, it's going to take a lot of energy, it's going to take a lot of documentation process, and all of these things. And many countries like Nepal is a bit poor countries. Like India, it's very happy to have their illegal immigrants back into the country, and they want to welcome. But we do not know anything about Nepal. Nepal has still not responded anything, and they're still silent. So it's a really challenging task. And then there is three types of immigrants. One immigrant is like illegal immigrants all the way from Nepal. They want to go to America, they want to work, they want to make a living, and they want to send some money in Nepal, and these things. And then there is a legal immigrant, and there is other immigrants like from Mexico, just next to America, and they want to enter into America by hook or crook. And these people, most of the times, they are drug dealers. They're very dangerous. They are even dangerous in European countries. And France has been trying to come up with some sort of laws to stop illegal immigrants from Oriental countries, like from Mexico, from Brazil, because most of the criminals, they want to come into this kind of countries, and they want to do sort of, drug activities, they want to do smuggling, they want to do human trafficking, and all of these activities are very dangerous to European countries. And America wants to stop that as soon as possible.
Yeah, but the former President Obama, what he said, that the very plan of Donald Trump to make the Great Wall on the Mexico border is the very foolish idea. we cannot make America very safe, making or building the walls on Mexico borders. But it is only the plan that we can make America safe, extending our hands, helping hands to other country, and exchanging goods and the business and so many things. But it is not important to make great wall on the Mexico border.
Yes, there are certain kind of excuses for that. If you look into the history, this is all depending on some sort of drug dealing and drug smuggling. America is also very active in drug smuggling, and they want the Mexican border open because they want to do this smuggling activities in Mexican border, and the Mexicans also wants to get engaged with that. So all of these illegal activities, besides the illegal immigration, what you observe the other side is that a lot of human trafficking is taking place, a lot of drug smuggling is taking place. So I think it's a bit quite dangerous, and a lot of criminals are coming into America, and then a lot of criminals are going to Mexico when there is an open border, and there are a lot of problems, and they don't even do some kind of documentations, and some of the Americans are still helping, some of the conservatives are helping, some of the Christians are even helping the Mexicans to enter into this side of the place, and the Mexican have some sort of illegal Americans going to that side of place, and there's always some sort of struggles between them. And I have some connection with some sort of people from Mexico or Brazil and this kind of place, South American places, and they actually don't like Trump that much.
No, there is so confusion that Obama and Biden said that we cannot make America great and wealthy in the ways of Donald Trump said that all the illegal immigrants sending to their own country, and we have to make a very clean our countries. Those people are the dirty for America. He said that. But the claim of the Democrats and the Republican, so people are also confused. On the one hand, Donald Trump claims that that is also the truth. But on the other hand, Obama claimed the same thing. America is already great. It is not necessary. Donald Trump should not try to make America great. It's already great, America.
Wow, it's all about philosophy. So if you see economically, America is still doing good. But if you see philosophically, America is not doing that good. You know what I mean? For example, in the sense of culture, in the sense of humanity, in the sense of identity crisis, in the sense of gender equality. In the name of gender equality, a lot of gender violence is taking place. A lot of gender exchange has been taking place, and the surgical activities are happening. Medical industries are booming because of this sort of illegal activities that are happening. The cosmetic industries are booming because of this sort of activities are happening. The glamour industries, they are becoming more popular because they are grabbing the fashion industries.
Yeah,
in the fashion industries, what happens? They always try to hire some sort of people who look very weird, very awkward, and they have included those kind of people in LGBTQIA+.
Yeah.
And walk, and they are doing all sort of movement, and they are making even the small children in confusion. They're asking what is your sex, what is your sexuality is, and the children are very confused, and they are trying to influence schools and academic institutions, and they are trying to hire ambassadors from many countries, from influential families, from social media influencers, and they are trying to promote it as much as possible. And in terms of morality, in terms of spirituality, where does America stand?
Yeah.
That's the big question. And I think America is not in a great position. So I think what Trump is thinking about is to bring that glorious spiritual or moral, America back again, where people get down on knees when people are in trouble, And again, what I would like to remind you is about the Protestantism and the spirit of capitalism.
Yeah,
this must go together. But right now, what is happening in America?
Yeah, Democrats and Republican both party claim that they are going to break down all the chain that among the community and among the caste, black and the white, there is so many chain. They are chain, and both party they going to break down the shatters all the chain. But the people are confused whether the Donald Trump claims that the Donald Trump policies is going to break down that chain, or the Obama or Biden administration is going to break down those discriminations that's happening. All the people waiting how the things is happening in America.
So the latest thing what has happened is I've observed that Donald Trump has changed his agenda. Before he was always into mainstream medias like CNN, BBC, Wall Street Journals, Telegram, New York Times, and all of these big media industries. And then later on, you find out that these media industries are against Trump, and you don't understand why. He does something positive, and they are always writing something negative. So what happened with Trump is he got a lot of help from Elon Musk. So Trump, in his later years, he started using social media as a powerful tool to garner the support. Okay, so what happened? He was banned from Twitter. So Elon Musk bought the Twitter for about, I don't know, a lot of amount. He paid billions of dollars, and then he bought it. And then what he did? The first thing he did was to reactivate the account of Donald Trump. And since then, a history was made. A lot of influential activity was happening. Like even in the 90s, you find that, we find that Bill Clinton was the first person to practice the press conference.
Well,
Yeah, so you find that Donald Trump found something alternative, alternative way to come into the power, to conquer, So Obama, and then we have all these democratic people, they thought that their media was always with them.
yeah.
Streamlined medias. It was with them at the beginning, but then when the alternative medias like Twitter and Facebook, in the recent times, you find out that Mark Zuckerberg, what he has done is that he has started removing the signs and signals and the colors that represent LGBTQIA.
We're coming to the end of our conversation, and before we end the programs and conversations, do we have more thing to tell about this?
So I would like to thank you for giving me a wonderful opportunity to speak something about the victory of Donald Trump. And right now, I actually think that we should apologize all the prophets whom we had criticized in the past, because they had prophesied that Donald Trump would win for the second time as well. And then it has been found out that even before Trump started his presidential campaign for the first time, somebody in the Christian community, they had been prophesying that Donald Trump would come into power one day and he would rule twice. And that prophecy was fulfilled. And what I actually request to all the viewers right now, if you are especially non-Christians and if you had been criticizing Donald Trump and all the prophets, I request you to apologize, kneel down, and wish best for this world right now.
All right, Mr. Thomas, thank you very much.
Yes.